Hello?
Hey, Raj.
Where are you at?
We're at Clark Street.
Right. Hangs up. Comes by within 20 minutes or so. Smiles and looks at you, knowing several $100s for today's work will be coming his way soon, which is one of the reasons he's on tap. If he was on tap more often, he could just become your full-time driver, but I don't think you pay him enough for that yet. Hello! He gets out, he opens the trunk, and he says, no, nothing? Closes his trunk, opens the doors, gets back in the driver's side, and he says, okay, where to? You notice the trunk has got like plastic with foam underneath it. So like if there's a bleeding body and shit, hopefully it won't stay in the trunk. Or if there's something delicate, then it's got some foam to sit on. And all the seats, it looks like they have hastily put in plastic sheeting, like in case you just come from the swamps or sewers or something horrible like that. So, yeah.
All right. We need to go somewhere we can talk privately.
Exactly where would you like Raj to drive you?
Somewhere privately.
Drive.
Starbucks, he says.
No.
Drive to the park and get out and take a walk.
I'll let you guys get out and take a walk, but I don't want to leave the cab in that neighborhood.
Oh, well.
No.
A nice park.
Take us to the sewer entrance.
Right. Cut to Godai Skate Park near the sewer entrances.
Yeah.
He's happy to drop you off there, and he says, you've got my number. Have you got your cell phones? Give me a call when you get back.
Yeah.
We're
not going. We're going into the sewers to chat. That's it. Just inside. We're not going to go like sewer.
He doesn't know that.
I know. I'm telling him. I'm telling
him.
I'm saying we're going to go just inside the chat. It might be half an hour. It's up to you if you want to wait or.
Okay. Can I interest you in any of the other things? He opens up the trunk and like moves the thing aside, and he's got like different things like a couple of MREs, water bottles, and stuff like that.
No.
Raj, you are on it.
He says, well, I am struggling to feed my family, ma'am. He looks pointedly at Glenn.
I take a water bottle and give him $100 bill.
He looks at you as though you just said, I have released a snake into your child's crib. See if you can go find it.
There's more coming.
He raises an eyebrow. Usually you just pay me all at once. It makes me so happy, he says. That way if I get killed, I'll at least die richer.
I don't know how long we're going to need you today, but come back in 20 minutes.
He shrugs and heads off.
Right, we go down into the sewers just enough so we are alone.
You're in the suspiciously clean room. Give me essence rolls. Lower is better.
Yeah.
×3.
Nope.
×3. Take a check in essence if you don't already have one. The sewers feel emptier than they used to be. Not from shit and piss and stuff. I'm sure there's plenty of that. But spiritually emptier.
Sewers feel less magical.
Perhaps.
Brown is dying.
Or just captured.
Cemented fate.
Yeah, I think Rock has the same hose issue as you.
Mm-hmm.
Hose issue. I know that was from Idris before, but I was in my head thinking you were going to mention Hirku.
Nay.
Nice.
You guys are now in as secure of area to chat as you can get in. There are no distractions other than the GM prattling on about how secure the area is.
Okay. What do you want to talk about?
You heard my ideas.
So we need to come up with a pretty good plan here, because we're dealing with a very powerful being that can pretty much kind of disappear at will. So we need to come up with a good plan and then good contingencies if the first plan doesn't happen. This needs to be militantly precision kind of shit. So we need to do a lot. We need to know kind of when he's going to be, where he's going to be. We need to fucking get down a pattern big time of exactly what times he comes and goes. I take a drink of whiskey, and then we can party our asses off. What was I saying?
It's on the roof at midnight.
Yeah, well, stuff like that. Stuff like that.
Clear days.
But
we don't know if it rains.
If we set something up and it's like, shit, that doesn't work. He susses it out, turns into a bat, and fucking flies off. Right? Okay. If that happens, where's he gonna go? Right? If he turns to batful, right? Exactly. So then, what can we have set up waiting for him there? Right? So constantly, if he's fleeing from one to another, there's shit there to kind of go, oh fuck, Jesus! I tried to blow him up in the ceiling, and now I've flown in to a big bat squatter in the fucking bat cave.
Yes.
I almost spit out my fucking drink.
That'd be great.
Shit like that. We need to try and, because he's gonna, as far as I know, he's gonna be really, really hard to take down, because that's what his powers do. It makes him really, really hard to take down, because he's just like, I'm back, I'm gone. It's like, well, there you go. We've just blown a load of fucking pods trying to take him down, and he's fucked off.
I've only seen him fly between the two buildings that are more or less downtown. It's City Hall, and the other one's kind of nondescript, high security office type building. It might be a Department of Transportation or something, ostensibly. We don't know where the Batcave is. So,
well, when he's in there, you could probably trace him, though, Glenn.
Yeah.
You seem to have a pretty clear idea where the dude's at.
If he's ever going to the Batcave, I should be able to detect the location.
That's true.
So we could just do surveillance for a few days and see what happens.
I like that idea.
Yeah, we need to isolate him or be very, very quick, because he has either, I'm not sure what the flunkies are, like if they're, a dancing troupe, they're very lithe. If they're thralls or not,
they do have
like what
matching outfits.
Yes.
Nice.
If they're thralls or have some sort of, also serve yellow and have some sort of telepathic link of come help me now type of deal.
They're not all vampires. I saw one of them took out his plastic fangs at some point.
Okay. Let's set up a pretty extensive sting operation. Let's do a good week. We'll put some resources into surveilling him for like a whole week. I want to get so much information down on his routine, trail him as much as we can, see if we can find out where this bat cave is, all of that stuff. Let's put a good week into it.
Now something that might be to our favor, maybe not, is that if the yellow AI is possessive, then if we show off a force of, this is even better power, come take us instead, it might also be a draw out. Depending who's really in charge.
It is, but I think it's going to be, these eyes are pretty bloody clever, and at the moment it has got a pretty good thing. Because even though Batman might not be magically gifted as some of us are, he's managed to rise to pretty high power. He's got, high influence, high resources at his disposal, and we don't. So, yeah, I don't know if we'd be much of a lure. Dangle us on the fish, and they'll be like, nah, yeah, don't want it. So, but still, definitely a good idea and something to consider, that we could go and find someone really, really magically powerful. Be like, just dangle him on a fucking rope over the building. Here you go, Yellow.
Dress it up as a mosquito.
Yeah.
Try to attract bait from all different angles.
Right, let's get on. Unless anyone's got any other ideas or anything else they want to do first, let's get on with the surveillance.
Agreed.
Cool.
When you say resources, putting resources to it, did you have anything in mind other than your time?
Well, obviously not my resources, because
you don't have any, right? As far as Scott's resources, do you have any ideas of what kind of resources you'd like him to throw at it from his money?
Well, obviously we need to be covert here. So, your Flowers by Irene trucks, stuff like that.
All right.
Not being obvious vehicles. I can do disguises, so yeah.
You're going to need a few different vehicles and a big disguise box with lots of different clothing and shit, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
For a whole week of surveillance, what, like 5 different vehicles, buying them used, I'm guessing? So you're looking at it.
If it's cheaper to rent them, I don't know.
Rentals stick out. You know that with your high surveillance, because they have rental plates on them.
Oh, I didn't know that. Over here it's different. I didn't know that in America.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, in America they have a thing about it. But also you need to own the vehicles long enough to actually get license plates, because otherwise you just have I just bought this car, unless you just get them and like trash them pretty quick. So assuming 7 different vehicles, one for every day, you're looking at say $35,000 in vehicles that you'll be trashing immediately after a day. I like he's starting to shake his head like this is not happening. For Flowers by Irene head surveillance van, you're probably looking at a good 15,000 to 20,000 depending on the electronics you have hooked up there. And for the disguise kit, you're probably looking at like, I don't know, $1,000 for a lot of shopping at Goodwill, as well as buying various makeup and stuff like that.
Glenn and I have a disguise kit.
Yeah.
Is it a really good one, like $1,000 disguise kit with like lots of extra clothing and stuff so you can keep doing quick change shit as you go? Or is it like a box with some makeup in it?
It's pretty big.
I'm hearing big box with makeup in it then.
I don't think we have clothes.
Yeah, clothes really do help. Otherwise, it's like, that same guy suit wandered by 7 times. This time he's a child. This time he's an old lady. This time he's a guy. It's very confusing, but exactly the same clothing every time is making me suspicious or freaked out.
Yeah. It was the last time we did disguises with Alex.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
where did you put that pretty big disguise kit? Because I don't think you're carrying it around with you.
It's in our place here that we're not telling Alex about.
That's fair. Okay. So yeah, basically Goodwill clothing, you can spend a couple $100 on that and get lots.
Yeah, we don't have a budget for vehicles.
For heavy resources, 50 to 70,000 will put you into the professional leagues, even though there's only 3 of you. If you're wanting to spend more than that, you get manpower and woman power as well. Maybe get a whole lamplighter suite, some pavement artists, quick changers, stuff like that. The look on Scott's face like, I got $300 and I don't want to spend it.
That's about where our budget is.
I've got like $5,000 and a credit card.
I think my credit card is turned off right now.
Yeah.
Wow, that's not good.
We might have to go acting.
Someone else has my credit card.
Someone else has it?
If it's McKay or...
yeah, I think it's Pete.
Huh. Report it stolen and get a new one.
Could we go in? No.
By the way, you have not been to Joshua McKay's building yet. Just to make a note of that, you came in through a totally separate sewer entrance near Go Die Skate Park. Got it?
Yeah, that building was staked out by cops and set up like a crime scene.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's not good. So, I wonder if Batman knows about any of us, as far as like whether any of the other of our group has tried going after him.
It doesn't seem so, but
I don't think he knows who we are. We fought him in the sewers that one time.
that was a long time ago before he had any of this extra stuff. Potentially.
So, as far as resources go, you want to just spend like a couple $100 on Goodwill clothing, fetch your big disguise box and see if Alex Kinley can work some magic on it. And as far as watching the building goes, I mean, you couldn't do 24-hour surveillance because a lot of the business is closed. You do a few hours of surveillance sitting in a coffee shop or sandwich bar near those various buildings and stuff. But for prolonged watching, like if you had like the van with some communications gear in it, and then somebody laying dressed like a fucking ninja up on the thing with binoculars and shit, that'd be about as cheap as you could do. But you definitely want a van, because even if it's a simple panel van that says free candy on the side, you want somewhere for other people to be able to like sleep close by and stuff like that, so that they don't have to trek in and can be closer if something bad goes on. I'm just trying to figure out ways to do it cheaper. I mean, you could probably even rent a free candy van for like $200 a day or something, which would be more in your budget.
Last time we made surveillance rolls just walking around.
Yes, but he's wanting to do professional surveillance. You did wandering around surveillance.
Right.
You want to button up the trap.
No.
Yeah.
When I've got my spidey senses telling me the pinpoint location, I'd...
Well, plus for that, if Batman moves and you don't have a vehicle close by, then he'll go away. And you might lose him. You're not sure how close he has to be for your spidey senses. But it does feel like you should kill him. It's probably good for you type of thing. And it's nonstop. It's kind of like having a shard of glass in your brain, just telling you to kill, kill, kill.
Kill.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to kill him before I had that, so.
That was because he threw a batarang at us.
Yeah.
That hurt.
Damn dirty vampire.
There's a whole bunch of plastic nostalgia toys as weapons.
Nice. Right. Well, I guess we'll do surveillance to whatever means we can do.
You want to rent a van, kind of decent one. You don't have a communications gear, because I think Alex has. Don't you have surveillance that do it as a living, Alex?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Alex is like, we need a way to keep in contact with each other that isn't a child's walkie-talkie. What have we got?
Well, there's the problem there as well, because Alex wouldn't use anything in the way of electronic or communication devices.
Well, you could get like a tin can a fuck ton of string and another tin can, and constantly have it stretched tight as one of them lays up there going, "This sucks," and you're like, ah.
Dana and I have the radios and the throat mics.
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
suppose if those two keep in contact, then I can be some kind of like be with one of those two rather than there's no communication there.
Yeah, it'll be it'll be a grueling ass week of fucking falling asleep on the job and shit. But with just basically 2 shifts taking 12 hours each, it will suck ass, but can be done. Or 2 6-hour shifts a day. Either way, it's just hellish.
Well, we'll see what we can find out.
All right, so mark off a bunch of money there, Scott. You max out a credit card, and you're going to be renting a van for a week, so $200 a day times 7 is $1,400. Actually, you can get that and the clothing all in your credit card. So yeah, good there. Is there any? The rest's food, drink. Yeah, I think you're good. Gas, insurance. Yeah. Should be able to wedge that into the credit card and max out one of them for the day or whatever, or longer depending on your acting gigs, which have been going downhill. Although not as bad as The Rock's or Dana's for that matter.
I know. I'm so terrible that I'm equal to The Rock while he's a Smurf.
Yeah. So right now, who's going to do primary surveillance and who wants to do supporters for that person? Primary did not roll yet.
Got good surveillance.
How good? Can you do it as a living?
Yeah, do it professionally.
Do it professionally. Yeah, I can do it as a living as well. I'll do it. Yeah. So I don't know. It's up to you. I don't know if you want to do. Do you want to do the main one then?
Dana, are you awesome at surveillance also?
I am not. I'm definitely gonna let them decide.
Yeah. I've usually got the hot dice. I'll support you.
Well, I've got a +5 assistant support and a +5 skill, so I can pop those. So do you want to, I'll do a support and you do the main one?
I have a +5. If Glenn, do you have something that you want to ditch?
Not really.
So Glenn's going to be doing the primary?
That's what he said.
Nice. So you can only spend 1 skill plus on yourself. However, anybody as supporters can spend those on you. In addition to their roles for making shit go.
I'm adding a skill +5 to the main roll.
I've got my supporter, so that's supporter plus. I'm going to do
wait,
+5.
Yes, Sheila. When you say adding a skill 5 to the main role, you can't play a skill 5 on the main role. You could play an assistant +5 like Alex did on the main role. You play skill 5 on your own role, or you could trade the skill 5 to Scott, and then he could play it on his main role, but he'd have to give you a card.
Scott, did you want the +5?
And you'd have to decrease your hand to 4 and then mess around with the skill 5 because, yeah.
I getcha.
Yeah, so that's +10 from me.
Oh, does anybody have a ninja suit?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
no, I've got one from when the ninjas attacked.
Oh. Does that actually help?
It makes him happy.
Yeah. A ninja suit and a bowl of whiskey.
Glenn, did you want this +5?
Sure. Let's do it.
Okay, well then we'll just lay it down.
Right, and then Glenn give her a card, and she should.
Yeah, I gotta trade you something, and you gotta discard something.
Well, she should have.
I'm gonna discard whatever you give me immediately.
Oh, there you go.
Logan, I don't know if you want me to do it like for every day or whatever, or just one roll, but I've just rolled counter surveillance as well, just to make sure, that I'm keeping an eye out for if anyone picks up on us and is then trying to.
I'm just giving you a card for that. No, apparently, They don't have watchers watching the watchers, but I'm giving
Nice.
you a card for being clever enough to look, because otherwise, the counterattack would have come as a complete surprise.
Of course.
It's a good idea. I don't want you to ditch any of my cards. I got to re-roll and 2 clarities, and I've got it here somewhere. So,
all right, that's fine. Then I'll just let the skill +5 lay.
I won't use it then.
Yeah.
Discarding it.
Cool.
Okay. I'm at +10.
Good luck. Wow.
Made it.
Wow. Okay, so it's barely making it, even after all that wonderful help. So, you really don't find out any additional information other than when it rains, because it did rain once. He, instead of doing the stand-up thing with the wings, he crouches on the edge of the roof and stares moodily down with the rain running down him. Also, you did get to see the guys. They don't always stick together. If you wanted to snatch up one of, because Matt, the extra people they're talking about are all very thin, good-looking black guys with high cheekbones who are wearing fedoras and trench coats. And there seem to be about a dozen of them. However, they don't always stick together. Sometimes they go off and do their own thing. So snatching one of them, possible. Sometimes they smile and you can see a little bit of teeth. Sometimes they take out their teeth to clean them, as they don't seem to be natural. But they enjoy wearing them. They are sometimes seen during the daytime, although they don't seem to like direct sunlight, and they stay out of it. But they are seen during the daylight. Batman and his entire mayoral office, including normal people, now have a strict nighttime only schedule when they're open only during nights. Let's see what else. Since Scott did the primary on the surveillance, Scott, luck roll at half or less, please. If you make it, then I would need to know some other fun fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we want to use a supporter reroll on that, Glenn?
Could if you want.
I've got good luck.
Okay. Supporter reroll, and then I'm going to use my limited retrieve to get it back.
Nice.
Good call. Good call. Well played. Supporter reroll is a damn sexy card.
All right, try again, Glenn.
Nice.
At a quarter.
So now, who wants to be the driver? Because there's one of the nights that the swarm of bats is going somewhere completely different, and you don't know where it is. But in order to track it, you're going to need Scott and the driver.
All right.
I'll drive.
Excellent. Give me a drive roll. Lower is better. Making it a full means you get there, but perhaps after he's left or whatever, because he was just going there briefly for something, and if you, etc.
Nice.
Drive at half.
Okay, you pull up. You're out in the desert at it's like a cliff that it's not a really big long cliff, but it's a cliff, and it kind of ends real suddenly, and there's a road that goes up to it, and then it just kind of ends in the cliff wall and stuff.
Yeah, right.
Uh-huh.
Not suspicious at all.
Yeah. Also, give me memory rolls. Yeah.
Who?
Anybody. Everybody.
Nope. I remember nothing.
Yeah.
If you make your memory, you remember that not far from here, maybe a couple of kilometers, is that weird house that is built over the pit, and the walls go to the edges of the pit. Not that far away. Couple kilometers. Don't recommend trying to park your car in there, as soon as you go through the wall, you'll be
Watley. Something.
So there's you're out in the desert. There's not a lot of good places to hide the vehicle here. If you're wanting to stick around, you're pretty sure if a swarm of bats comes flying over, they'll definitely notice your warm vehicle. because he was driving like a fucking fiend, and it's a van, so it doesn't have great maneuverability and shit.
All right, well, let's get out of here, and then we can come back later with on foot or something.
On my phone, I want to mark the GPS for fun.
Nice.
Good job.
Cut to. Right. Other than that, that week didn't really give you a lot of extra information. Apparently, the resolution is really going through, and it shows Batman on TV. He's like, I'm surprised, I'm flattered that people will spontaneously come up with the idea of renaming this great city to Gotham.
We found the Bat Cave. That's pretty good.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you're thinking that the resolution may go through, and soon this will become Gotham City. Yeah. And there's also talk about them building a large sanatorium outside of town.
Of course.
With paper walls and unlocked gates.
Yes. It'll be earthquake proof in the Japanese tradition. So, cut to daytime, the day after your prolonged thing. You guys are just shattered after fucking sitting around watching and then hurrying over and stuff. You pretty much were just tracing Batman's movements. You saw his guys. Sometimes they're a swarm, sometimes they're individuals. You're not sure what they're up to. That'd be a whole different surveillance thing. But yeah, they seem to get on well. There's also heavy security in both places done by mortal staff. Normal people who are working on their check and doing security guard and shit like that. There's metal detectors and stuff. Getting up onto the building that Batman likes to pose on before going to work, or actually after getting to work, the mayor's office. They've got courthouses and stuff in there, and there's a lot of very angry, very stupid people that go to court and have a lot of very angry, very stupid relatives who may own a lot of weaponry. And so they've got pretty good security there, and the public of transport that apparently he stays at during the daytime somewhere in the large building. They also have like government offices and stuff there. Looks like both of them would be a tricky bitch to break into.
We had
police hang out and stuff too.
In the Department of Transportation too, like it was a trap or some sort of trap. Trappy.
Now, as far as out in the desert, you haven't investigated that strange cliff thing much, but you didn't see a bunch of cops hanging out around that at all.
Yeah, that's where we want to go.
Do you want to do that during daytime or nighttime?
I want to research while we using media and I don't know, just observations of trying to, why did on that night he go out there? Was there
no idea. Not a clue. There's
the next morning, was there any new news from him or press release or something? Or
no, it's just one of those weird things like, why did the chicken cross the road? Because his dick was stuck in Alex Kinley, that's why. No, it's just there's no telling.
Isn't it the other way around?
It could be.
Anyway, it could be that at the cave is where Yellow is. He could actually be based out of the cave.
Yeah. Well, we'll want to go during the day so he can't sneak up on us.
Yeah.
Just as a side note, Batman's eyes are yellow and faintly glowing at about the same luminosity as Alex Kinley's. Well, nowadays a little bit more so. Also, even here, this is for only Dana Zool and Glenn. Give me essence ×3 for that herbal essence in your hair. It's lovely feeling. Oh, it's you guys don't know
No.
shit. So there you go. Everything's fine. I was going to give you additional cool information, but so there you go. If you'd like to spend hero points and rerolls and shit like that, then you may get some cool information. Otherwise, herbal essence for your hair.
I've got another. I can reuse that supporter reroll if you want, Glenn.
Beautiful.
No. Save it.
Cool.
We'll rest up and go out to the cliff in the morning.
You guys spend like an entire day resting, and then next day, because you wanted to sleep in a real bed. Alex wanted to get real drunk. Whatever reason for it. But time goes by, and you feel better. The vote resolution thing draws a little closer, and it seems to be going through at a record rate. And Disney, of course, it shows like the guy from Disney. We're delighted that Batman would be using this, and we fully support him in taking our normally copyrighted material and using it for his own ends in perpetuity. Thank you very much. Joseph Vonderhoff.
He still have the scars on his neck?
Yes, of course. It shows later. It's like they're talking to the head of Disney, and he's like, I'm totally good with this decision that my subordinate has made. So anyway, small dreams made larger. You guys head out there. The biggest problem you've got is you have no idea how to get into what you suspect to be the Batcave.
I'm pretty sure you just have to drive with confidence at a cliff wall.
I like your moxie. Who would like to try that?
Yeah, we'll go up to it and poke around.
Right. Everybody give me spot hiddens at half or better.
Yeah, I was going to say they probably got some kind of surveillance, but...
Yeah. Made it at half.
Made
Are you
it
doing anything
at
about
half.
surveillance? Yeah? Good.
What?
I said, are you doing
Sure.
anything about the surveillance or no?
Before
Right,
we
yeah.
start going down the lonely road.
If there's obvious cameras and stuff, then we won't obviously approach.
Right. There are no obvious cameras.
Well, what did they get with their half spot then?
Oh, they found a way in that says, do not enter Batcave. Stay away.
Right.
Found it.
It's right there.
It looks like one of those like twist the knob and then open up the thing, and then there's the ladder going, much like the bomb shelter one.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's a gate.
Could have been a copy paste from the bomb shelter one. So who's willing to grab it and open it and see if it's electrocuted or anything?
Yeah. I'll have a go.
Right, it's not electrocuted. He opens it up easily because he is strong like bull. And there's a ladder going down into the darkness with a small sign saying, seriously, don't go down this ladder.
Go down the ladder.
Right, it's super easy to get into a hidden bat cave. Apparently, just nobody comes out here for some reason. But you get in there and you look around. It looks as though the bat cave has been mostly mothballed. There is not a lot. There's a lot of very high-tech looking computers. Those with computer skill, like Alex, who does that, give me computer usage rolls to find out shit about the computers.
Yeah, and while you're in there, try and make the demon box forget about seeing us outside.
Yeah.
I did not make it.
Not quite.
Oh,
make it?
no.
No.
Cool.
Neither
There's
of you
a lot of
computer
lights,
people?
and they're blinking, flashing, and they're flashing and blinking, and they're blinking out of sequence. Why are they blinking?
Reroll. Might want to
Yeah.
get that one.
Glenn, do you have computer use? Have you been on a quick learning curve on this?
I'm almost a hobbyist.
Okay. So
He's from the fucking 20s. I wouldn't expect him to go, I'm an expert computer hacker.
Yeah.
Well, my dad and I grew up, he grew me up in the, in the forest of Oregon.
Shows her jacking into a tree.
Demons!
He does. But I have this supporter reroll if perhaps Glenn wanted to play it on me. You want to trade me around?
Okay.
Do it. Make computer work.
The lights blink and flash ominously at Alex, who covers his eyes.
I hiss at them.
Cool. While you guys trade around cards.
Oh, I gave you the wrong one. Or did I?
Okay, try again.
All right, with supporting reroll. Nope, even worse. But not a fumble.
Are you skilled in computers?
I think I'm slightly better than you, Glenn. But not great.
Nice.
Not great. This could be we could be here for a while, getting weaker and weaker, feeling less positive about life.
Are you not hobbyist?
I am a hobbyist.
Okay. Well, I still have to trade you a card.
Oh.
Because it didn't go through. I've got a reroll card if you want to try again.
Okay. So how do we do that? Trying to be fancy.
Okay, supporter's gone.
Okay. And so that was my 82. And now for the reroll.
Yep.
Gotcha. Playing by the rules. Here we go. Yes!
Hey!
Nice.
Good one.
I do that too, really loud. Yeah.
Those scouts managed to escape.
I did the thing on the computer.
Yay.
Cool. What you discovered is that all the blinking and flashing lights and stuff are actually Christmas tree lights that have been put inside of a box to make them look really good. And the computer itself is actually a desktop computer with a couple of really big monitors. And it mostly has like spinning newspapers that start really small and then get big as GIFs. And you can put in your own headlines and stuff like that. But while you were doing this and experience, there's not a lot of good information on this computer is what I'm getting at. You're like, God damn it.
Yeah.
But while this is going on, Alex makes a shocking discovery.
Dun, dun, dun.
You find a part of the wall that says Employee of the Month. You find 5 different pictures of Doc Fulton in a Robin outfit and 1 picture of Mildred in the Batgirl outfit.
What the fuck?
Fuck.
What?
You guys also find various bat grapple guns, which you're not sure if will work because they're plastic and seem to be children's toys, although it looks like somebody was working on making a proper one badly, and so on. There's also some of those Batarang plastic things. But yeah, and in the pictures, they look like they were pretty recently taken too.
Does Mildred have white eyes?
No. I think what's that?
Is she supposed to have white eyes?
No. But what color are their eyes in the pictures?
Well, I believe Doc Fulton's are purple in all of those.
They're still purple.
So they were taken before other shit, if other shit happened. And Mildred's are just normal eye color stuff.
What the hell is a Doc working for bloody Yellow then? If he's indigo.
Well, he was dressed as Robin.
I don't think.
Oh, also
I don't think Batman was always yellow.
He wasn't when we met him.
He wasn't when we first fought him.
No, but I think this is recent enough where he was.
Oh yeah, from your intimate knowledge of Doc Fold. Also, you find another picture that says Batman and Robin Forever, and it has both of their autographs on it. So, yeah.
It looks like today is going to be a day for pissing off fucking Doc Bolton. I've already sold his car, now I'm going to fucking kill his best buddy.
Yep.
Well,
yeah.
Try to.
And how Mildred got put into a Batgirl costume. The sexy Batgirl costume. In fact, if you scroll down on the main sheet that you're looking at where the cards are, underneath the Australian flag, that's the picture, except that it's their faces. It just gets weirder and weirder as time goes on. Oh, yeah. And the look on Scott's face. Why do I feel like I'm getting fucked with by multiple groups?
This feel that we get when we're in this zone now of this sentient being in the area. This is.
Out here, it's very, very faint. I think Scott's like, I think it's in that city over there type faint.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, this is, as we've come back to this place, it's progressively grown stronger and stronger.
Pardon?
It's progressively grown stronger and stronger.
What has? I'm not really following.
The feeling. When we first were in this zone, we never got this feeling, and as we've as it's progressed, this feeling has seemed to have got stronger and stronger. Is that what I'm saying?
Give me an analyze magic roll. It's not exactly right, but
yes,
right. You believe that you have gotten stronger and stronger, and that the more magic you have, the more you can tap into that feeling of go kill this asshole. So that's why.
Right.
That's why. So it's not the feeling itself that's grown; it's your abilities that have grown. That's why Dana doesn't really feel like we have to go kill him, and he's over there because she knows shit about spells. You know medium about spells, and you're like, I think he's in that direction. We should probably kill him. And Scott's like, kill. And he's doing the guy from the Mad Max movie, kill, froth coming out of his mouth and shit.
Oh, I don't get this feeling about Alex, right?
Not at all. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. None other than what Scott gets about Alex. That's it. Just no external stuff. Because I know that Glenn feels like he might need to kill Alex, but nothing additional onto that.
I just, I'm not. That's kind of put a bit of a. Because as far as we know, Yellow could be suffering as well.
Oh. Because also, is that your analyze magic at half or less, sir?
Yes.
You believe that, and this is just a theory, all powerful spellcasters will want to kill the possessor of yellow.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Okay.
Yeah, we've already gone over that. But what I'm saying is, I presumed that this feeling of power was coming because Yellow and his servant Batman was getting more powerful, which was why I thought they were behind the AI suffering. However, I'm not sure about that now because we're getting this feeling because we're getting more powerful, not necessarily because they're getting more powerful. So Yellow could be going through the same thing. He could be shut off to Yellow, but he's just making his powers still work because it's like a hose where the water's been shut off, right? And it's still coming out. So as far as we know, Yellow could still be having issues here as well as the other AIs. So I think we need to ascertain that first before we go running in gun-ho, because it does. At the moment, we're going for Yellow because we're thinking he's behind the AI suffering. But if he's suffering himself, then we need to find the true source. Do you get me?
Okay.
So I don't know how we're going to do that apart from basically going to fucking have a word with Batman.
Is there more to see at the cave here?
Miscellaneous stuff that looks like some big nerd with a lot of money said, I want to become Batman, and had to go at it. And they had earth movers and shit like that they had a lot of money and some serious time on their hands that made me a bat cave.
Right, let's go, and we need to go see the mayor.
Oh, does anybody have operate heavy machinery to figure out some shit?
I threw away a +20 card, but
oops.
Yeah. I don't think so. Let me see. Well, we can always try it learn, can't we?
It's demons.
No.
Demons.
Operate heavy machinery. No. I do not know. If the other two want to give it a roll, they get it at learn.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, I can operate heavy machinery for a living.
Make rocket go now.
There we go.
Crit.
Right. You figured out how the garage door, if you will, opens. It's a fast hydraulics garage door, so you can be tearing ass toward it and then come skidding into it. And then it's got like the big turntable, so you can turn around your back car and shit. You're kind of glad that you didn't try it with the van because it didn't have quite enough clearance, and that would have really fucked your rental to tear the top off that bitch. But you figure out on this end, it's like, okay, yeah, here it is. Probably like a hidden boulder out there we need to hit or something like that with the wheel, and then it'll open it up.
We change it to a convertible. It's worth more now.
So there you go.
It's only a convertible if it can close.
Yeah.
Well,
let them worry about that fact.
Reverse. So, right. Yeah, shit. Dana Azul has managed to escape, but you guys load her sleeping body in the van. She's all tuckered out after making the computer go. I don't know if she's wanting to do anything else with the very limited information on the computer. There is a lot about like drug lords and shit, but they all say like have a big X over their face and stuff. It's like big X.
What about
She says if there's a printer, she prints it all out.
Cool.
Did she manage to find anything in the way of surveillance, or is it just not that tech?
Oh no, she apparently this base is all built on one's own strength. In other words, if Alex built this, it's like he's assuming that when he comes home, anybody in here he'll kill off, and then his might will be sufficient to defend the base until he leaves again.
Yeah.
So,
cool. Good to know.
Yeah. She's got a whole stack of printouts and stuff. Batman's now out of printer paper.
Fuck you, Batman.
You guys get petty revenge. The pictures of Doc Fulton in the Robin uniform and Mildred in the Batgirl uniform glare at you as you guys are heading back out of the Batcave.
Right.
If we wanted...
there is ways into sewers and shit from here. Sorry, wanted to mention that. There are ways into the sewers.
Where does it connect to?
I
want to put that on my map.
Sure.
It's near the round cavern house.
It's not that far from it, but let me give you an exact where it connects to, because I have the Bat Cave on my map. Bat Cave. Let's see. You're not really sure, but I'll tell you a couple of the things it connects to. There's a bunch of big rocks that have like air between them, but are too small to conversions through. But air could get through there.
Or bats.
Quite possibly bats, yes. And then there's another long tunnel that you're not sure where it goes to. And then there's, so the tunnel branches. You can either go to rocks or tunnel that goes on.
Cool.
But you're not sure where on your... Oh, and... Yeah.
Does the long tunnel go to a maze?
Right. He heads off down the long tunnel with a flashlight.
See ya.
What are you two doing?
I'm staying put.
Okay. Dana?
I'm going to look for possible places to sabotage in here.
All right, no problem.
We've
Scott,
already
give me a spot at -30 if you please.
we've already cleared out his paper and toner cartridge.
I was thinking he might come out here like once a week or once a month if we wanted to lay in wait.
A long fucking time.
I'm guessing he comes out here to update his, like, I managed to take care of this fucking bad guy, cross him out.
Oh,
How's that roll going there, Glenn?
what was
Spot
it?
at -30.
Something made it.
Holy shit, you found the punji sticks before you stepped into them and let out a blood-curdling scream. You go around them, and it go around a corner and comes to a dead end. It looks like this is made to sucker idiots to walk down here, hit a bunch of punji sticks, and they're not the nice ones that go up and down. No, they're the ones where you step on something, they come in from the fucking sides and stab the shit out of your ankles and calves.
Oh, that's nasty.
Just like Vietnam. Yeah, they are bad.
Was poo smeared on him?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. Kind of want to break them.
Well, yeah, that will help the next person who wanders down here. But as far as like the sewer and stuff, you're not sure because that big bunch of rocks and stuff like that. It looks like there was steel plating here also, but somebody either blew it up or disrupted it. Now it's just scraps of steel plating in the other way, not the punji way.
Oh, you'd have to do like a mining roll to open that up more or some shit.
Yeah, there is some mining equipment in Batman's cave, except that all the picks and stuff like that have like Batman logos on them. It's the Bat mining thing, pick, the Bat spade, etc.
Bat spade.
Bat spade.
Bat spade.
But if you'd like to open that bunch of rocks up and see where it goes to, you are welcome to do so. Just take a few hours of hard work.
Yeah.
Or a possible cave-in if you fail your mining roll.
I'll give it a try.
Sure. Is everybody else wanting to be in a safe area, hanging out in the Bat cave?
I'm back in the Bat cave. I didn't go into the tunnel.
Pardon?
I said I never left the Bat cave.
Great. No problem. He's got a Bat refrigerator with Bat TV dinners in it, which contains bats.
What about Bat beers?
Yep. Also, there's Bat blood in blood bags, Bat blood bags. It looks like the Bat logo, though, is like stickers on these. So, Scott, go ahead and give me a mining roll to not collapse this tunnel on yourself, which may have been set up to do just that should somebody come messing around here.
Can I do work stone to give me a bonus?
Yeah, if you want. I don't see why you'd want to give yourself any kind of bonus, though. Come on, fumble. I want to use my fumble deck.
Not great at mining yet.
Ooh, fumble deck.
Work stone. Hey.
God damn.
I cast a spell.
Well,
Okay, plus 10 mining. My mining is
just mash the button.
higher than I thought. But
Oh, Jesus, no! Dust comes out of the fucking tunnel. So, it's been a couple hours. You haven't heard from Glenn at all.
It collapsed?
Yeah, like I said, if you don't make your mining, it'll probably collapse because it looks like it's been made to do it.
Oh.
It's what they in the mining industry call a trap. But you knew that when you looked at it.
So, can you drive? I was looking.